We're seeing this live downlink, or this recorded downlink from the International Space Station, a view of the Soyuz just before it's undocking from the orbiting laboratory.
Panel 4-2.
The Soyuz, again at the nadir or Earth-facing port of the Zarya module of the International Space Station. In this view, it's now perhaps 2 miles away from the International Space Station, but we're looking at some footage that should include early phases of the undocking and the movement away from the International Space Station by the Soyuz.
Далее, значит, мы включаем чайку в индикаторном режиме. До выдачи РРП в индикаторном режиме вы должны выполнить транзит Белу, вот то, что на странице 91. После завершения транзита и выдачи команды РРП.
And here we see, in this recorded footage, the separation of the Soyuz from the International Space Station.
Но оно никак не регламентировано. РРП есть, можно, в принципе, уже калибровку выполнять. У нас индикаторный режим. ДУСы будут сами собой раскручиваться. После выполнения калибровки получаете сообщение, что калибровка БелУ завершена. Инструкцию вы получите, если у вас будет набран режим 00 на ПРВИ. Если другой режим пока набран, инструкции не будет. Как только наберете 00, дадите исполнение.
This footage showing the first few feet of the journey home for Expedition 16 Commander Peggy Whitson and Expedition 16 Flight Engineer Yuri Malenchenko, as well as spaceflight participant Soyun Yi. Yi launched to the station with the Expedition 17 crew on April 8, while the Expedition 16 crew members with her spent a total of 190 days aboard the International Space Station.
Контролируйте построение ориентации и тестируешь Europe DUS 1.3.
And Peggy can go ahead and start the transit part. Copy that. Execute transit. Then you copy the time on page 9.2.
Смотрите на формате INC, расчет вектора состояния, расчет INC. После появления трассы, когда у нас появится там граница тени, переходите на формат БНО.
Go to the BNO display, where we're going to have the BNO calculation. After the BNO calculation is done, we're going to have the information displayed. We're going to compare the information in the radiogram in the ODF. It's going to be recorded there. And on the AUS display, you're going to confirm the KS time and ARU.
And here we're seeing a view of the Soyuz separation from cameras on the outside of the International Space Station.
On page 9.3, on go from mission control, so you don't have the go from mission control yet, so you're going to reset the picture, but the calibration results, page 9.3. Record the BelU display data. You're going to record that. You're going to downlink to the ground on go from mission control. This table with the loops 1 and 6.
Another recorded view of the departure of the Soyuz TMA-11 with Expedition 16 Commander Peggy Whitson and Yuri Malenchenko, the Expedition 16 Flight Engineer, the Soyuz Commander, along with Soyun Yi, the spaceflight participant on board.
Unfortunately, the thruster is going to be activated almost still during the eclipse. So you won't be able to monitor that. You're going to only see one window after you emerge from eclipse. You need to use the pen in order to monitor attitude. Copy. IKV inhibit if you didn't get the time, and then you're going to get it later, about 15 minutes prior to the thruster activation. But that'll be 5 or 6 minutes after the GSO appears. Copy. Then page 9.4. Prepare for thruster activation. Monitor the KD rotation. During the eclipse, monitor attitude using the IKT.
As we continue to watch this recorded footage of the Soyuz TMA-11 departure from the International Space Station, the spacecraft at present has moved to a distance of about 2.5 miles from the orbiting laboratory.
Thruster, pressure at nozzles, pressure in the tanks. You will also have information available because that will be at your work location. You will also have the information about the current value of the burn, what is calculated by S0 to 0, and the acceleration. And it will also be displaying the 115.2 burn magnitude. That is on the display. You need to first enter display 46 in order to monitor the.
As we continue to watch the departure of the Soyuz TMA-11 spacecraft, we have on the phone Rob Navius, the public affairs officer, who's with the recovery team. He's landed just a short time ago in Arkelik, not far from the landing site of the Soyuz spacecraft. His report coming up momentarily.
Copy. Do you understand everything?
John Ira, thanks a lot. The Rus Aeronavigacji Search and Recovery Team has in fact landed with a dozen Mi-8 helicopters here in Arkelik, Kazakhstan, after a 1 hour, 50-minute flight from Kustanai, where we staged this morning and have spent the last couple of days making preparations and receiving briefings. It is a cloudless day. Very light winds, almost ideal conditions for the return of Peggy Whitson, Yuri Malenchenko, and So-Yun Yi. The helicopters will spend the next hour and 45 minutes or so on the ground, and then about 20 minutes before landing, in sequence, we'll take off one by one, headed for the landing site, about a 20-minute flight from Arkelik to the remote step where the Soyuz TMA-11 is targeted for its touchdown at 3:30 a.m. Central Time, which will be 2:30 p.m. here in